Previously on the Vampire Diaries.
For over a century, I have lived in secret until now.
Is this thing on? Are you guys ready for this one? Because I have been waiting to this one for a long time. Surprisingly, the Vampire Diaries recap is one of my most popular videos on my channel. If you haven't seen my full recap of the Vampire Diaries video, you should check it out. It's really great. I put my whole bussy. I put my whole bussy into it, man. I'm so proud of that video. It's so cute. But yeah, I'll link it somewhere. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Anyone who knows me knows how much I love the Vampire Diaries. The romance on the show is literally what got me into the show. As a teenage girl, the love just felt all-consuming, like life or death. The stakes were high as fuck, and that's what it felt like to have a crush. I'm a passionate babes, you know what I mean? So what they were feeling with the heightened emotions and that shit, I was like, yes, they get me. This is what it feels like to have a crush on a stupid lanky boy in my science class. Yes, they feel it. I've been waiting for this one. Today, welcome to my channel for those who are new here. Today, we are going to be ranking, or it's an addition to the deeply unnecessary and unserious ranking series. We're going to be ranking the relationships in the Vampire Diaries. Over the 8 seasons, the Vampire Diaries had a good fair amount of relationships, excluding Bonnie, of course. But again, I'm not gonna get triggered. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get triggered. It's fine. This is gonna be a happy, fun video. I'm not gonna. Julie Plec, you will pay for your crimes, but it's fine. It's fine. I am so excited. Oh my god. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
Wow. Vicki Donovan says no. That's a first.
So the first one we have is Tyler and Vicki. And technically you could argue that they were like the first relationship or first kind of couple who introduced you. And if you ship them, I'm gonna need you behind bars immediately.
I hope you like prison food.
Tyler was nothing but a dick to her. And yes, I know, we all know Vicki sucks. Like, I didn't like her personally. She was annoying as fuck, and she didn't deserve all of that. Like, are we forgetting, like, he basically tried to R-word her in the very first fucking episode. Like, he just casually did it, and it wasn't spoken about or brought up ever again, and like, he was suddenly a good guy. Come on. Vicki and Tyler started a relationship at some point before the show started. They had an on-again, off-again thing, with Vicki being more into him. He was embarrassed to be seen with her because of her family's social class and her reputation. And after she was hospitalized, he didn't even fucking visit her. Luckily, at some point, Jeremy opened her eyes to the idea that she might deserve better. But this relationship, I'm gonna have to take the light ring off and let it burn to the ground. Set it on fire. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Love this love. I will never stop fighting. I will brave the oceans and sail past the sirens to find my way back to you.
Then we have Bonnie and Enzo. Everyone and your mother knows how I feel about them. Like, it still hurts me like crazy. I know they all moved on, everyone's moved on, but I haven't. I'm still there. They deserve so much better. I love how unexpected this relationship was. Since I never like saw someone with a vampire like Enzo. It still pisses me off though that he literally tried it with everyone before eventually getting to Bonnie. He tried it with Caroline, he tried it with fucking Stefan's mother before he realized what Bonnie was. But at the same time, I like that it wasn't rushed and it kind of made sense the way they played it out. Like, he had grown into himself, matured, became more likable person before he got with her. But season 5 Enzo did not deserve Bonnie, and he wouldn't have gotten her. But season 8 Enzo definitely did. Like, they developed a relationship where Enzo decided to protect Bonnie from the armory. The relationship was full of love and devotion to one another. I thought it was done beautifully. The lead up, the tension, the chemistry, the looks, 10 out of 10. No notes from me. I mean, I told you guys, you know how I feel about this scene. Whew. It was clear that Enzo was the love of Bonnie's life. The relationship hit a rocky road though when Enzo was put under the control of Sybil, but he fought to get his girl back. I don't want to talk about how they ended because personally I'm not accepting it. In my reality, she managed to bring him back like she's done for others several times throughout the show. They leave Mystic Falls, travel the world, grow old together, and live a happy, healthy, loving, long life. I'm in a happy side bond with them. In fact, I will put them in the higher tier, like I said earlier. They are my TVDOPT for sure. The MVP is the best. 10 out of 10. I love them. Oh, I'd cook and clean. I'm in a happy sire bond. They're up there.
Hey.
Hey. What is that?
Then we have Matt and Caroline. Matt and Caroline's relationship was short-lived, but it was kind of cute to me. I think it was nice. They grew up together. They had been friends since like the first grade. But as season 1 progressed, they kind of developed feelings for each other. Matt was always there when Caroline needed someone the most. And when it was good, it was good. It was cute. Very like high school, young romance, young love. I was here for it. But things turned rocky when Caroline was turned into a vampire. She knew that he wouldn't accept her as a vampire despite him confessing his love for her. And even though he grew to accept her as a vampire, he couldn't deal with all the drama that came with it. So, you know, fair enough. They didn't end up getting back together and remained still pretty good friends till the end. I feel like they could have worked together a bit longer than they had, personally. But yeah, I'll let them cook, for sure. Then we have Stefan and Elena. Puppy love. But I'm here for it, okay? I was obsessed with them for the longest. They were everything to me. And I was so hurt when they went endgame. But it brings me peace knowing that they were intended to be the ending. Like, their ship was intended to be endgame from the writers. But it didn't work out because Nina wanted to leave when she did. With older, more mature eyes now, I can see how it was just puppy love. But nonetheless, I will always love them. The scene where she volunteers to let him feed off her so he can, like, build his strength up. No one could ever convince me that this wasn't the epitome of love and romance. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? She said, feed off me. They were a good couple. They were a good couple to focus on in the beginning, and were arguably the biggest relationship on the show. The first major relationship that we were introduced to and that we got to see develop over season 1. Like, it was the main relationship that drew us into the series. Elena formed a bond with Stefan that she can't explain, and it was just also romantic and cute. The relationship was incredibly rocky though, of course, as he's a vampire. And after learning that Stefan was a vampire, Elena's life basically went to shit with introduction of the doppelgangers, werewolves, witches, hybrids, and Damon. All in all though, they were a good time. They deserve their flowers. I'm definitely in a happy sire bond with them for sure. Like, they were just, yeah, like, that's what pulled me into the show. That's what made me love the show in the first place. So I got a ride for them too.
Wait.
You suck.
Then we have Damon and Caroline. Yeah, this was trash. He basically mentally, physically abused her in season 1 to get himself embedded in the story. If you ship them, you clearly need help. And you should be locked up. You'd have to compel me to join them. Scratch that. Take off the daylight ring and let it burn. Terrible, terrible, terrible. He was an arsehole to her. She deserved better. This is a grown man and she was like, what, 16? Boo.
Can I call you Liz?
Sure.
Your daughter is so adorable.
Yeah.
You see that? I almost threw up. You make me sick.
No, she doesn't love me. But our life is not a lie.
Then we have Alaric and Caroline. A relationship between teacher and his former student is always going to be gross to me. No matter how many shows try and brush it off like it's okay, I'm going to stand on that. I'm sorry. I'm standing on business. Caroline was basically the same age as the kids. He was basically, like, a father figure to. She was basically his guardian. You know? It just didn't make sense in my head. I get that she was pregnant with his kids and it wasn't, like, anyone's fault, but it's just still gross. Low-key, though, it's a bit unclear to me if they actually had a relationship. Because even though their bonds grew when Stefan disappeared for a minute, Alaric did develop some romantic feelings for Caroline and they got engaged. But I could never tell if she returned those feelings or they actually had anything. It was just... I know Caroline didn't fully reciprocate it, but I'm not sure if she did ever at any point. And I know she said yes for the sake of the kids. But yeah, take the daylight ring off and let it burn to the ground. Not a fan at all.
I love you, Stefan. We will be together again. I promise.
Then we have Stefan and Katherine. Not gonna lie, if Damon can get redemption and a second chance at love, if Klaus can get redemption and a second chance at love, then so should Katherine. I don't think she was any worse than any of the male bad guys. I just think it's misogyny, low key, because she wasn't any worse than them. If they can get second chances and get like love getting back to them as well, she deserved that. I'm gonna stand on that. Period. And I feel like Stefan and Katherine did have some really nice chemistry. I think they were really cute. I think Stefan should have forgiven her at some point. I think he's one of the only characters that she genuinely loved. Like, she genuinely loved this boy. I was kind of sad that she died before Stefan could give her another chance. I really do believe that there's a chance to at least give it a go in modern times. And it's such a shame that they weren't given the chance. So I'll I'm gonna let them feed off me. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna let them feed off me.
Love you.
You didn't say back. What? You know what?
Then we have Matt and Elena. You'd have to compel me because even though we didn't really witness it, I'm glad. They were dating before the show started, and she ended things just before, I think, the first episode, the summer before the first episode. Just because she didn't feel as strongly about things as he did. She outgrew him, and there's, nothing much to add there. I think he always still had, like, lingering feelings for her, but you'd have to compel me. But, yeah, puppy love, high school puppy love that we didn't really get to see. I think that's why I don't really care for it. And I also don't really care for Matt either, if I'm being honest. I just find it amazing that he stayed a human the whole time, but he wasn't necessary. He could have died a long time ago, and I'd be fine. So yeah, you'd have to compel me.
Kissing a girl who's trying to set you up with her best friend? Red flag.
I have a sneaking suspicion that's your type.
Get her, Jay.
Then we have Elena and Liam. I know this is a weird one to put in because it's so random, but you know how I feel about enemies to lovers. They kind of grew on me, and I think I just liked not seeing her with Damon. I would have loved to see them cook a little bit more. It's a shame that they removed him early because I think they started because they were in the same pre-med class and they dated a little bit as he tried to forget about Damon. But I would have liked to see them cook a little bit more. I was kind of here for it, you know?
Katherine.
No, I'm Elena.
Then we have Damon and Elena. I'll be honest and admit my bias. I think the reason why I never fully took to them is because I was so obsessed with Stefan and Elena. So I couldn't really mentally give them a fair shot. And like with some rewatches as I've gotten older, I guess I can kind of see it. I guess. Yeah. But I'll be real, they were so toxic. I'm sorry, you can't convince me that Damon was a better man for Elena than Stefan ever was. Damon's like the fun guy you date on the side. Or like you date and then you're like, oh yeah, back when I was 21, haha, dating the bad boy. But I don't know, he was just too controlling and possessive and too consumed by her, you know? Stefan was too, but in like a healthy way. Like he let her make her own choices. He let her be independent. Whereas Damon was my way or the highway. I'm gonna force you to do what I want because I believe I know best always. Like, fuck that. And I also hated that they were clearly the writer's favorites. I guess it's cute that Damon constantly fought for her, and because they technically met first, it's alright, but I wasn't moved. While still entangled with Stefan started to realize that Elena was falling for his brother and gave her a choice between them. Even though Elena was hesitant to accept her feelings at first, she did lean into it and believe that it was genuine. But I think the whole sire bond thing kind of tainted it as well because it made it kind of tricky. Like, was it really because she felt that way, or was it the sire bond? I'm not still 100% sure. Like other couples in the show, their love story wasn't easy, but by the end of the show, Elena was still human and Damon was turned into a human by Stefan. So in the final montage, we saw them grow old together as humans until their death. And not gonna lie, I think also seeing what they did to Enzo and Bonnie just seconds before, it made me sick. How dare you give them the perfect ending but do my girl like that? Nah, fuck that. I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I don't give a rat's ass. I don't give a toss. You actually have to compel me. I'm not gonna put them in a daylight ring because I'm gonna be fair. You know, they had some cute moments, but you have to compel me. I said it. Bring the pitchforks, bring the flames. I'm ready for the fight. I said what I said, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Overnight, you turn into this hot guy who's really sweet and...
You think I'm hot?
And then we have Jeremy and Bonnie. I'll be real, they were kind of cute. I think what I like about them, or what like is clouding my judgment with them, is that he was kind of the first person to really show her love and like consideration. And I gotta stand beside that. When everyone's all worried about saving Elena and ready to put Bonnie's life at risk, Jeremy was like, no, Bonnie, advocate for yourself. And he was right. The relationship started in season 2 with Jeremy developing feelings for her, but she was hesitant to pursue it because, well, he's Elena's younger brother. She eventually decided to give it a go, and it was cute until he cheated with a ghost. Skip to season 4, the relationship starts again when Bonnie sacrificed her life to bring him from the dead. Crazy again, but okay. With Bonnie as a ghost in season 5, being unable to physically touch him, it wasn't until Qetsiyah made Bonnie the anchor to the other side, and they could continue the relationship as normal. They stayed together again with cute moments here and there until the other side and the prison world business kind of happened. It was kind of shitty how she didn't tell him that he was disappearing, and you could see how like that actually affected him. And I actually hate that they gave them no closure. I'll never give the writers for just letting him go, and like she never like contacts him, or we never see her talk to him when she comes back from the prison world, even though he was the one who was like trying hardest to get her back. Even just a little phone call to be like, oh hi Jeremy, I hope you're okay, I'm back by the way, like nothing. I was gonna say I let them cook, but I let them feed off me. Yeah, just because they didn't get any closure, and yeah, no, they can feed off me. Justice for them, for real. Justice for them.
I've never left you. It was always Stefan.
Next we have Damon and Katherine. Basically another Vicki and Jeremy. Low-key, I'd let them cook. You know, the guy's head over heels for a girl that doesn't really seem to like him just as much. Just as much. Some could argue that she genuinely loved him too. And I guess at some points I can kind of hear it, but she didn't love him enough. At least not in comparison to Stefan. I low-key though, I think they were hot together, so I do understand, and it's kind of cute how he deeply loved her. Like, he waited over 100 years for her, and after she did him dirty, he was like, I could put this all aside if you just tell me that you love me. If you tell me you want me still, I will forgive and I will work through it. And that's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. I'll give it to them. Yeah, bless his heart. It's a sweetheart for that. So I have to let them cook. I do. It's a kind of event if you want you to leave, but I let them cook.
No, this is your final warning, Dick. I'm sick of watching you play Vicki. If you hurt her one more time, I swear to God, I will kill you.
I know that's right.
Then we have Vicki and Jeremy. Easy, kind of. I didn't like Vicki, as I've said many times before. I'll say it again. It was basically puppy love for them, but also like mixed with a drug binge of emotions fused together. I can see how it was fun, but definitely not sustainable, and definitely not like something that would last longer than that phase they were both in. They started hanging out in the summer after Jeremy lost his parents and he just got attached. I feel like just before she got turned, they were in a pretty good place and they could have developed a bit more. That's why I want to say let them cook. But you know, I'd let them feed off me, to be honest. I think it was kind of cute how he valued her and he chased her. He wanted better for her basically than she wanted for herself. Like, he wanted her to see how Tyler was a terrible guy for her, and like that he didn't give two fucks about her. And I have to hear it. Unfortunately, like I said, it's a kind of event for some of us, especially for teenage girls. We go through that phase of dating the bad guy when the good guy is right there. So yeah, I let them feed off me. It's cute how he... even though I said I hated Jeremy before, I think I kind of like Jeremy. Like, when he likes or he loves, and he fights for his love. You know, everyone else is against the person. Everyone else isn't as for them as he is, and I've got to give it to him. Yeah, I let them feed off me. Why not?
Me sacrificing myself for you. Because you don't love me the way I love you.
Then we've got Stefan and Valerie. A boring couple from boring season. I hate to say it. I don't love them, but I don't hate them either. They were just boring in my honest opinion. But in the writer's defense, I get what they were going for. And over time, as they progressed, you know, they kind of grew on me, but very meh together. It was kind of cute that he lost his virginity to her and she like was gonna run away and have his child together and like they're gonna have a normal life. Yeah, kind of cute. But yeah, very meh. You have to compel me, unfortunately.
You're doing that thing again.
What thing would that be?
The thing where you pretend we're dating, even though we're not.
Then we have Jeremy and Anna. I'll be real. Before he cheated on Bonnie with Anna, I was kind of fucking with them. I was fucking with them a lot more than I like to admit. They were really cute, and it was sad when she died in the finale without like closure as well. Without bias, it makes sense why like they had unresolved feelings and why he kind of started falling for her when she started appearing to him as a ghost, because there was no closure, there was no like breakup, there was nothing. She just died, and he didn't even get to like see her die or like be with her when she died. If you think about it, the writers actually did not just rate Jeremy's love life. It's peak. So yeah, I'll let them cook. I'll let them cook. Sweet, cute kids. Why not?
You said I'm pregnant. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do with that.
Marry me.
To me, these were arguably the best couple in season 6. They could have been so happy together. And I don't give a fuck about Alaric. I don't really like him. But they deserve the happy ending. They do. Still fuck Alaric though. I loved Jo and I shed a tear so much, and she deserved so much better. She deserved the happy ending. They first got together in season 5 and started dating, and despite Jo's complex family history with the Gemini Coven, months later into the relationship, Jo gets pregnant and Alaric proposes. And I was even going to propose before he even found out she was pregnant. Like, Jo's pregnancy was complicated though. with the convent tradition about twins, and they were gonna like run away together and just like live a life outside of this. I'm a happy side bond for them. They were adorable, and they deserve better.
If I survive, you'll be dating the all-powerful leader of the Gemini Coven. And if I don't, you can date Luke.
This isn't a joke to me, okay?
Tyler and Liv, I think they were kind of cute. I kind of like them. I do. I think it was sort of abrupt the way he just dumped her because she did that one thing. Like, okay, you can see why she was trying to save her brother. She was trying to save her family. Like, it's wrong, yeah, that she didn't let you be there for her, but come on, give her a little leeway. I don't know if they could have had a happy ending, but I'll let them cook. They were cute.
To me, Elena, I swear, okay? He let me go. Klaus let me go.
Prove it.
Okay, first night you and I spent together, Jeremy walked in right when I was...
It's him.
Then we have Alaric and Jenna. I liked them. I really did like them. It was nice to see like an adult or parenty type relationship in the show, especially like the earlier seasons. I wish we got more of them. I wish Jenna was there a bit longer. Especially how she found out about the whole vampires and like the whole inside of what was going on. I wish we saw them live in that like space, or saw the relationship live in that space a little bit more. Second to Jo, the relationship was nice, a nice adult relationship, so I'd let them cook. Deserved better too. And he did kind of mourn her, didn't he? Yeah, let them cook.
Okay, should I not be dating?
Hey, you're horny all the time.
Because if I shouldn't be dating, all you gotta do is say something.
What would I say?
Oh, don't do that, Caroline. I've already been there once with you, okay? And you said no. You shut me down.
Then we have Tyler and Caroline. And honestly, I used to love them so much. So much. Oh my gosh. So much. I loved them so much. They were so cute. Especially like thinking they were just the only two supernaturals going through shit together, and she was there for him during the sire bond and stuff. I think that's why I kind of eased up on Tyler a little bit until I remembered that he's actually a dick. They started dating in season 3, and their scene used to live rent-free in my brain. This scene here, rent-free. I used to go back and watch clips on YouTube just of these scenes because it was so cute. The start of the relationship was chaotic but heartwarming. Caroline was the first to realize that Tyler had activated his curse, and Tyler also knew that Caroline was a vampire. And after Caroline confessed herself, she helped him with the transition, and they were just there for each other. It wasn't always simple though, because at this time Caroline still had some feelings for Matt. And when Tyler confronted Caroline about her jealousy at Elena's party, that's when they got together and slept together, and it was hot as well. I'll be real. I was a little bit. Whew. The relationship never really got to blossom though, and that's what makes me a little bit sad, because just as they would get into the swing of things, Tyler was sided to Klaus, and this forced him to go against Caroline and not be his self that he was kind of trying to be the better man for Caroline. They're off to a cute start, but they didn't get a good enough long time. And then after like they ended, I didn't really care for them anymore. Like the breakup, the in and out, he's gonna come back, he's gonna wait. I didn't care. It was just confusing for me, and I wasn't here for it. But because of the early scenes and the memories I have with them, I have to let them feed off me, just because of those early like attachments I have to them. So they feed off me. I
don't buy it.
Buy what?
The whole gentlemanly thing. What are you up to?
It's sad that you can't just get a ride home from school without thinking there's some ulterior motive.
Then we have Matt and Rebekah, and surprisingly, I kind of loved them together. I don't really care for them individually, but since like that was the only person that she was ever interested in, and he was kind of nice to her, yeah, I guess I'll ship it. I wish we got to see the time together in Europe. I think that would have added a bit more for them, but in all, they were like a nice match. They had up and downs at times, very in and out, up and down, but they had potential, and I would let them cook. I'm noticing that with the women that are like just plain bad, they don't really give them a lot of space or chance to get love. Like her and Katherine didn't get a chance, but Damon and Klaus get chances after chances after chances to get love. Okay.
This is me undoing your routine. This is me forcing you to let go.
Then we have Caroline and Stefan. Personally, I like them better as friends, but since Stefan has no one else to go to, I guess they'll do. They still managed to be one of the healthiest couples by the end. I'm sure many didn't see it coming. Their first interaction was Caroline basically shooting a shot and him letting her down. As the show progressed, they became pretty good friends, especially when she turned, with Stefan helping her and being her like protector and mentor in many ways. And every time Stefan was heartbroken, Caroline was always there for him. You know, she was always there for him. So you could tell that she literally liked him, or cared about him at least, for a longer amount than he had for her. In season 6 though, Stefan finally realized his feelings for Caroline, and though he struggled to admit it, it wasn't until the death of Caroline's mother where it was like, you know what, maybe it is real. But was it real or was it sympathy? We have to ask ourselves that. I'll leave that question there with you guys. With season 6, we saw a lot more romantic moments between Stefan and Caroline. And after being apart for 7 years, in season 7, I think they got together, they got engaged, and they got married. Yeah, I feel like they also, too, they never really got a chance to really blossom or stay in a relationship that well or that good. They were apart, and then they got together, and then the season was ending. Crazy. And then, like, I feel like, I don't know, the engagement, the marriage, intense, but it felt rushed. They were just trying to wrap things up, I guess. I'll let them feed off me, just because I like Stefan. I like Caroline too, don't get me wrong. But yeah, cute. They didn't have anyone else, I guess, so yeah.
I'm going to find them and rip their heads off and smash them together like two disgusting melons. And why are you smiling?
Can't help it. You're adorable.
Then we have Nora and Mary Louise. They were cute. I think they were the only heretics I kind of liked, I guess. They were technically the longest relationship on the show. There was tension there, there was love there. They were imperfect humans who loved each other. So yeah, it was cute. They started dating in the 1800s, I think, where like their gay romance was obviously forbidden. But having come to modern times, they were a bit more open about the relationship, even though I think Mary Louise was struggling with that. After being captured in the armory for 3 years, they get engaged, but then end up getting marked by Reina Cruz, and in a self-sacrificing effort to stop her plan to kill more vampires, they kill themselves, which was kind of cute as well. Bless them. They were and I did really like them, I guess. Just because of the season and the heretic business, I wasn't as into them as I could have been, I think. So I'll let them cook. They were cute. They can cook.
Well, what about these? Where'd you steal this from?
Well, that's a long story, but rest assured it was worn by a princess almost as beautiful as you.
Then we have Klaus and Caroline. Now, I love Klaus as much as the next girl. I really did, or I really do. And I was eating good. when it was there. But the passion for me hasn't stood the test of time. Like when I think about Bonnie and Enzo, or when I think about Stefan and Elena, I still feel that burning passion and excitement. But when I think about them, I don't feel it anymore. I see people ranting and crying about how they should have been endgame, and I don't feel it. Don't get me wrong, they were cute, and I do have strong memories of rooting for them and being like, oh, the bad guy who will be good for her, cute. I love the whole good girl, bad guy coupling. I really do. But I don't know, I'm just so unbothered by them now. I think maybe I need to rewatch to ignite the passion again. Maybe I do, but for now But because of the memories I do have and how much I love Klaus and I do like Caroline, I'll let them feed off me.
Hey, we might be having a bit of a disagreement, but don't ever lay a hand on her.
Low-key, I briefly want to cover some non-canon relationships. Like, yeah. I want to talk about Bonnie and Damon. I think I was just rewatching Jenny Nicholson's video on the Vampire Diaries, and she was talking about how, like, why couldn't Bonnie and Damon have ever got together. Like when Elena was in the coffin or in the coma for years, she was literally the most logical person for him to be with, and I get it. When I was first rewatching it, I kind of appreciate the female friendship. Like it's okay for just guys and girls to be just friends. It's fine, but this is a show about love, you know. And rewatches, I could see it. I would have loved to see it. I would have loved to see them together. I really would have. They could have been cute. I think I would have been in a happy side bond with them. I don't know. I feel like Damon was a much better person with Bonnie. He wasn't as controlling, but maybe because he wasn't as in love with her. But fuck the boy-girl friendship. I'm rooting for them. Or I would have loved to see them. I would have been in a happy side bond with them. I said it. Sue me. Shoot me. I don't care.
You know, you could have just shown us the Ascendant to begin with.
Yeah, but I wanted to fill your hand on my chest.
I'm not right about him.
I'm just not used to guys hitting on you.
Also gotta talk about Bonnie and Kai. Okay, I let them feed off me too. Like I said, I love a good bad guy, good girl trio. Like the next person, I'm here for it. And honestly, I don't think Kai was objectively any worse than Klaus. So I really don't see why not. At least before he killed Jo, he wasn't any worse than Klaus. Let's be fucking for real. Okay? You'd be lying, and I know you're lying if you say you didn't feel the chemistry or tension between them. And like I said, before they took him past the point of no return with what he did to Jo, and his appearance again in season 8, which wasn't necessary. There could have been something. There was something there. And I was here for it. I would love to see it. They could feed off me. I said it. Okay? Might be a little bit crazy, but they could feed off me. What about it? Then we have Qetsiyah and Stefan. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot something. Could I fire? All jokes aside, though, let them cook. I would have loved to let them cook. I let them cook.
Silas was my true love. I never said that I was his.
relationship simmer and cook for a little bit more. Okay, there, I said it.
I think that guy is doing a cake stand on his granddad's grave.
I'm gonna go with some really brief ones as well that I think deserve a place at the table. We have Caroline and Jessie. I would have loved to see a bit more of them. I think it was cute, especially how she was dealing with her breakup with Tyler. It was cute, and yeah, and I liked the actor who played Jessie, but I'm not sure if that's because I liked him in Insecure, because Nathan and Issa was beautiful at first, anyways. But yeah, I have a space in my heart for them. You could compel me for them for sure. You could compel me.
What are you doing? It's not a wind-up toy.
Really none of your business, is it, Stefan?
Yeah, what she said.
Then we have Damon and Andie. I'm not gonna lie, I actually liked this. I really enjoyed them. I liked seeing Damon with an adult for once. Just a mature-ish kind of relationship. And I really enjoyed Andie as a character. I think, even though I wish we could have seen her more, we didn't really need to see her more. I feel like they killed her for the right time. Like, her death was impactful, but not too much. We cared about her just the right amount that, you know, her death didn't ruin the show or like ruin the overall plot on the story. But I also though it's kind of confusing because we couldn't really tell if she genuinely likes him and understood and accepted everything that was going on, or she was just being compelled. Even though it's a muddy grey area, I still like them. You could compel me for them. You could compel me just because it's a bit of the grey area, but they were cute. They were a hot couple. Yeah, you could compel me. It's fine.
This man is the love of my life. The man I didn't think I deserved.
He's playing you. He didn't make it better. If anything, he made it vindictive and cruel.
Then you have Julian and Mrs. Salvatore. I can't remember her name. But take the daylight ring off and let it burn. Set it on fire. I hate Julian. Hate the season. Didn't really care for the mum either, to be honest. I didn't. Yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't moved. Hate them. Hate the season. Take the daylight ring off and let it burn to the ground.
What are you doing here, Lorenzo?
Speaking of her, Mrs. Salvatore, also her and Enzo, daylight ring off too. Let that burn to the ground. Was not a fan. Was not impressed. Yeah, I wasn't here for it. Boring. Burn it to the ground.
Stefan said we should bury her in the woods.
Screw that. She deserves better.
Then there was Matt and Nadia. To be honest, I think I could be compelled. They were cute. And, you know, it was nice seeing Matt with someone, kind of, I guess. Gave him something to do. And Nadia was... I didn't really care for her, but the fact that she loved her mother so much and she tried to bring her mother to life, I guess, was cute. Yeah, you can compel me. I'll let it slide.
Where's the moonstone?
Somewhere safe.
Don't you trust me?
I don't trust anyone.
Then there's Mason and Katherine. And again, you can compel me. Obviously, Katherine didn't really like him. But I think this is just due to the fact that when I was first watching the show, I actually had a crush on the actor who played Mason. I thought he was adorable. So I could be compelled. But the Wales in general, we know how I feel about them. Don't really care for them. Don't like them that much. But for just because the reason that he was a little bit cute. And again, I like Katherine, so I could be compelled.
Assumed after 900 years you'd moved on.
I took care of myself, but I never stopped loving you, Finn. I don't want you to die.
And then lastly, we have Sage and Finn, I want to say. It's Finn. And honestly, don't crucify me, but you could compel me too. They were kind of cute. I like that she waited so long for him. And like, as soon as he got released, she literally raced to the town to find him. It's a shame though that he didn't really care. He didn't really care. He was ready to kill himself before he could even say hi to her. Not even a quick phone call, nothing. Letter, nothing. But when he saw her, they did reconnect and they did seem kind of cute. And he seemed like, oh yeah, maybe life is worth living. Maybe I should try a little bit harder since, you know, I have love in my life. It could have been a nice relationship to kind of watch a little bit. They seemed kind of strong. It's a shame they didn't last the full episode. But I could have been compelled, you know? But here you have it. Here is my complete masterpiece. Honestly, love it. This video turned out to be a lot longer than I thought it'd be. So for those of you still to the end, I hope you love my table. I hope you agree with me. I know a lot of you won't. And that's fine. That's fine. Feel free to argue with me in the comments. I'm ready. I said what I said and I'll say it again. I stand on every decision I made and that's on period. Okay? But yeah, this was a fun video to make. I had a great time. I think I'm gonna do more of these. It's just fun. As always though, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Bye.